Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big day. First of all, we got the zombies reveal. I'm actually going to talk about that in a little bit. But on top of this, we also got all the information as to everything that is coming within Season 6 of Modern Warfare. So just like every season, what we're going to be doing today is going over everything in the roadmap, everything that is actually going to be coming, and discussing what's new, what's changing, and everything like that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to start this video with is the zombies reveal. So the end of the Pawn Takes Pawn Easter egg happened today. So eventually the Easter egg ended up taking us to pawntakespawn.com/truthbomb. And if you check it out, this is the trailer that it played. So if you couldn't tell, this is zombies. And then at the very bottom, it says 10 a.m. Pacific time, September 30th, youtube.com/Call of Duty. So obviously on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we are getting a trailer for zombies, and we're going to see what direction they're actually going to be taking this. Is it going to be the old characters? Is it going to be a whole new cast of characters? Is it going to tie into the older zombies universe, or is it going to be a reboot? That's what we'll be finding out on Wednesday. And at that time, I'll go in more detail with the Easter egg steps that I haven't talked about on the channel yet, what we actually get and what it's looking like moving forward. So we'll be talking about that on Wednesday. As far as today, we have everything coming in Season 6. And there's a lot here, and on top of this, we have a trailer as well. So let's dive right in and start breaking it down with everything that's coming tomorrow during launch week. So starting off with the left-hand side here, first of all, we have the Warzone map update, which is, of course, adding the subway system. We get a pretty in-depth look at this in the trailer, and closer to the end, once we've looked at everything, there's a couple of little things that I noticed that I wanted to point out. On top of this, there is a new limited time Warzone mode called Armored Royale, where there are literally armored vehicles around the map that have machine guns mounted on top of them. They're armored. It's going to be interesting to see how this works. It's nice to see that the armored vehicles seemingly are only going to be in this mode, so you can't just go around basically driving a tank around in normal Battle Royale. So this is interesting to me. After this, we have our two new operators. No surprises here whatsoever. We have Farah and Nikolai. It appears as though both of them are actually going to be coming out in the Battle Pass, as on the left-hand side here, it says these are both coming out launch week. So that's good to see. We also have a third character as well. I'll talk about him in a little bit. Until then, we next have our new weapons coming in the Battle Pass. So we have two here. First, a sniper called the SPR-208. This is basically an R700 from previous Call of Duty games. This has been leaked in the files for a while, and it's going to be nice to have another bolt-action sniper rifle to use. The second one is called the AS-VAL. This is a fast-firing assault rifle that has a built-in suppressor. I think this one's going to be interesting to see how this plays into the meta of the game, whether or not it's good in multiplayer or Warzone. I have a feeling it's going to be real good in multiplayer, but we'll have to wait and see. So after this, we have our new multiplayer maps. We have two new 6v6 maps, a gunfight map, and a ground war map. Starting with the 6v6 maps, we have Malstor Tank Factory. This one is basically a big tank factory. I think it mostly takes place actually inside the factory. It's going to be interesting to see what one this is like. Some of the maps that they do like this are a little bit too big, but we'll have to wait and see once we play it. The second one is Broadcast, of course, a fan favorite map. It's been in the files for a while. It's already in Warzone, so really no surprise here whatsoever. After this, we have a new gunfight map called Station. This one's interesting. It doesn't really look like the station that's in Warzone. It looks like something completely different, much smaller. It's going to be interesting to see what this one's like compared to Train Station and actual Warzone. After this, we have our new ground war map called Verdansk Riverside. This is going to be, once again, another ground war map that kind of takes place in the northeastern corner of the Warzone map, just before military base in the kind of like that upper right corner. I don't think it includes anything like dam, but it's just that kind of general area. So again, just taking an area on the map that's already in Warzone and making a ground war map out of it. Pretty straightforward. So the next one we have here is called Kill Streak Confirmed. And basically in this one, you earn kill streaks by capturing enemies' dog tags in Kill Confirmed. You can't earn streaks normally by getting kills, only by picking up the dog tags. This is going to be a great mode to level up your launchers and complete challenges for them. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays and how long the game actually is, because normally Kill Confirmed is relatively short, and if everyone's playing the objective, it's going to be even shorter. And then the last thing that we have on launching this week is the new finishing move, which is a bat. So kind of like the birds that we already have in game, this one's just a bat, which is pretty cool. So then we get into some of the crazier stuff. This is the stuff that is coming later in Season 6, and obviously the biggest one from October 20th to November 3rd, we are getting the Haunting of Verdansk, which is going to be some new event that is going on for this period only. At the very end of the trailer, this plays. So that's really all they played for that. And as you can see here, there's going to be new limited time modes, rewards, and more. So kind of similar to what they did with the Games of Summer back during Season 5. It's going to be kind of similar to that, a limited time mode. And as we see in the trailer, we see Night Warzone, and I'd be willing to bet that they're going to add some sort of zombies mode in Warzone for Halloween as well, which I think this is really cool. I hope they do stuff like this going forward with Christmas and stuff like that during Black Ops Cold War for Warzone as well. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So with the rest of the right side, we have a new melee weapon coming, which is a butterfly knife, and it says and more. Now, I don't know what they mean by and more. It looks like a new ghost skin that you can see there. But on top of this, if we actually look at one of the promotional images that they put out for Season 6, you can recognize most of the stuff here. You have Farah holding the AS Val. You've got Nikolai on the left. But then on the bottom right there, we have some sort of new character that isn't currently in the game. I don't know who this is. And it appears as though he is also holding an AA-12, which was the other rumored new gun for Season 6. So I'm guessing that those will come out kind of mid-season, maybe even October 20th for the Haunting of Verdansk. We'll have to wait and see. So after this, we have a bunch of new game modes, and it's cool that they're doing this because they're showing us each game mode that we're getting each week. So for example, in week 2, we were getting hardpoint, kills, and hills, and essentially this is hardpoint, but your kills also count to your final team score as well, kind of like deathmatch domination that we've seen before. In week 3, we are getting gun game TDM, which finally, I've been asking for this for so long. I played this before in Counter-Strike and stuff, and I really enjoy this, so it's good to see them bring this back. After this, we have HQ Firefight. I don't actually know what that game mode is. We'll have to wait and see. And then in week 4 plus, we have new gunfight tournaments, which is always good to see. And then team deathmatch snipers only. So this is always a playlist that people always ask for, is snipers only. And that should be coming in week 4 or after. Also, there's going to be a bunch of stuff after this as well. This is just for the first 4 weeks. And then they'll have like a season 6 reloaded like they've been doing in the past. And that'll probably happen sometime around the Haunting of Verdansk. So the one other thing that I wanted to talk about before we dive into the really small details is, first of all, one thing that I noticed about the train system is, first of all, as you're on the train, it'll actually show you a ticker of the different places that you're actually going to, and I think that's a really cool addition. But on top of this, there's one other thing that I found strange. When they showed a sign of the different metro areas, all of them were listed off, but there's one extra one on there. As you can see, between Airport and Lazov Pass, there is a blanked out train station called AE21. Now, we talked about before when they showed us the map of the different train stations, there were a bunch of out of service train tracks. And I don't know if this is going to have to do with it. I was guessing that there's going to be some sort of Easter egg with the metro, but I'm guessing that this has to have something to do with it. Why would they put it there? Why would they put it in the trailer? I just noticed this and wanted to point it out to you guys. Now, with the rest of the trailer, you may notice that there's a bunch of new skins, different looking characters, and different looking blueprints. And that's, of course, going to be in the Battle Pass, which, as always, will cover right away once Season 6 is released. That being said, though, there are a couple of character skins that I wanted to point out to you guys. The first of which, and I don't know if it's just this image that looks really cool or it's just Ghost always looks cool, but this is almost like Ghost meets Milsim, and it just looks really dope, especially with the lighting in this picture. I believe that's the new tank facility map in the background, but this one's one of the really cool ones that I'm looking forward to. The second one is this one here. It's almost like a Jason skin from Friday the 13th. Assumably, they will be adding this sometime during the Haunting of Verdansk event after October 20th. And I think there's going to be a bunch of cool stuff revolving around that. So I'm kind of excited to see what are the different moves they make once we kind of get that event going on. But ladies and gentlemen, this is basically everything that we know right now about Season 6. We actually got way more multiplayer maps than I thought we were going to. 2 6v6/10v10. One that's, of course, gunfight. One that's ground war. A bunch of new modes. 2 new characters. New weapons coming in the Battle Pass. And then a bunch of new stuff, including the Haunting of Verdansk that is coming on October the 20th. And that is honestly, out of anything that got announced today, probably the thing I'm most interested in. The whole idea of night mode Warzone, and on top of that, even a zombies mode, I think would be really cool. The only thing that we haven't got that's been in leaks in the past is Prop Hunt. That's the only thing that we haven't seen. So it doesn't really look like that'll be coming unless it maybe comes after the launch of Black Ops Cold War. So we'll have to wait to see for that. So ladies and gentlemen, that is everything coming in Season 6. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it down in the comments. Does it look good to you, bad to you, great to you? Let me know what you think down below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, like what you see here, want to stay up to date on everything, we are on the road to 1 million subscribers. And if you want to be a part of it, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, peace out.